Hey everyone, John again to play some Immaculate Grid. I think I'm on 275 now. It's January 2nd. Happy New Year once again. We'll be doing time, we'll be doing rarity. Let's get right into it. Once again, loving the comments, loving the other scores being shared. Very, very, very humbling. Looks like this was grid number 26 here. Yesterday's grid was first round draft picks, and I'd looked at those like maybe a week before and had come up with some good ones to try to remember. So hopefully I remember those for when I play the next time first round draft picks come up, because I don't really have a ton of studying time here. But I'm gonna hit that and go, and away we go. Mark Loretta is my guy here. All right, cool. How do we feel about Gerald Williams? That's pretty low. All right, Kevin Seitzer will definitely work here. All right, born outside 50 states and DC. So let's go Roberto Alomar on that one. And hey, his brother, Sandy Alomar, would work here. Yep, got the right one. And then Mariano Rivera, why not? Goes there. And then some Cy Young Award winners. So Blake Snell just won. Garrett Cole just won, although I can never spell his name correctly, but got it there. And then let's go Cliff Lee. Of course, Corey Kluber would also work. 17. So under a minute. Under a minute. That's good. I'm good with under a minute. Um, And these Roberto Alomar and Sandy Alomar, remember it's at 50 states and DC, which means that Puerto Rico, which is part of the United States, is not included. Now, Puerto Rico was a category a couple days ago, and I probably pulled something out of memory, but I was kind of guessing that the Alomars were Puerto Rican, and so I knew that would work here. Um, Obviously there's going to be lower ones that work too. Cy Young, I mean, we'll even look at how many there are, but 5, 6, and 7. So I don't think we're going to get too low on those. And it looks like I went way low over here. I could have gone probably some more obvious picks. Anyway, I'm going to go stop share and share again and make sure I get find yesterday's grid, which I think is that one. It's probably grid number 26. Yeah. And let's hit this now. All right. So trying to come up with some. Let's see if we can get the rarest Cy Youngs. I don't think any of these are going to be particularly low. I've got two options for the Padres. Um, Basically, we've got Randy Jones, who's the least recent Cy Young winner. I believe 76 is the year on that. And then about 13 years later is when you get closer Mark Davis, who led the league in saves in 1989. I wrote in my book actually about how Oral Hershiser was a better candidate for that award. If he'd won that one along with the one he did win, along with 87, in which he was one of several candidates who could have been justified, then he would have won 3 Cy Youngs in a row. And my hypothesis that I could never prove is that a guy winning 3 Cy Young awards in a row would make them a Hall of Famer, even if you don't change a single detail about their careers. And it's a case could be made that he should have won the Cy Young award over certainly over Mark Davis and arguably in 87. I don't know which of those is going to be more rare, to be honest. Um, I'm gonna go with the closer. Let's see how Mark Davis does. He goes 6%. It'd be interesting to see how Randy Jones does. The one I haven't mentioned yet is the 1978, I believe, NL Cy Young Award winner, but that's Gaylord Perry. So yeah, I figure he's very famous. And then what? The only other one I think you fast forward all the way to Snell. I know Kevin Brown and Trevor Hoffman were, I think, 2 and 3 in 1998. All right, that was long-winded. Um, for the Yankees, Whitey Ford won the Cy Young in 1961. He's really famous. Sparky Lyle won the Cy Young in 1976, I think. That's less famous. Guidry, 1978. I think it's going to be a little bit more famous. Guidry went 20 or 70, yeah, 78. Guidry went 25-3, sub 2 ERA, one of the best seasons of all time. Almost won the MVP. Whitey Ford, chairman of the board. I think of those three that I just listed, you would go with um, Sparky Lyle. And then just thinking here, nobody else. Oh, Roger Clemens in 01. And then I think Garrett Cole. I think that's all of them. I'm going to go with Sparky Lyle. Takes 4%. Feels like I got the best one so far. And then with Cleveland, once again, Gaylord Perry works. He won the Cy Young Award in 1972. And then you get Sabathia Lee, Cliff Lee, who's the one I played, Corey Kluber, and Shane Bieber in the COVID season. I don't think you get to use. Yeah, Bob Feller, I think, completely predates the Cy Young Award. I think Bob Lemon does as well. Now for that one, I think this time I will go with Gaylord Perry. It's because it was a long time ago. Even though he's a Hall of Famer, I think I go with Gaylord Perry. He takes 8. All right. Let's knock out some of these. See how we feel about Bob Wickman. Definitely hits both of these teams. He also hits, wow, he takes 1%. I was better off with Gerald Williams. Way better off. I also could have gone with Rick Cerrone. That might have been lower. Let's see here. Ron Vallone has gotten a little bit of popularity just by virtue of how many teams he played for. I think he's like a kind of a poor man's Octavio Dotel. But I play him a lot, and he's actually he would work up here too. He's usually in the 0.2 to 0.3 range. Up here, I think I'm going to play Mr. Mark Newfield. He goes 0.1. I'm surprised Wickman was that high. Some other options here. Jeremy Burnitz would work. Richie Saxon would work. Yeah, I did Seitzer already. He was actually traded for Burnitz. Julio Franco would work. I mentioned Vallone, Marquise Grissom, Doug Jones works. I'm gonna go with Vallone, but just seeing Wickman there. All right, so 0.2. All these, even Newfield seems high. Even Newfield at 0.1 just seems a little high for Brewers and Padres. All right, let's see if we can get some people who were born outside US 50 states and DC. How do we feel about maybe Ruben Rivera? Of course, he would work here as well. He goes 0.3. Let's see, Tony Fernandez was briefly with Cleveland. He goes 0.3 as well. And then if we're thinking, Tony Fernandez actually works for all 3 teams. Oh, he actually works for all teams. He would have worked for any of these too, because he played for the Brewers for about half a season. I think it was 01, and the Brewers just sent him right back to Toronto, where he, belonged. Really, I say that I say that lovingly. Like he's Tony Fernandez played with all these teams here, but I mean, nobody thinks of him with any team besides the Toronto Blue Jays. I don't think so. That's where he had his best seasons. He was able to be back. He was traded back from San Diego to Toronto for the 93 World Series run. So after being used as a trading chip to get Joe Carter and Roberto Alomar, he did get to come back and win a World Series with those guys. Anyway, just some fun facts there. Um, I'm trying to think kind of we know Bernie Williams will work actually. And that one, I think I knew subconsciously, but then I'm like, the Bernie Williams does not sound like a super um Puerto Rican name, but indeed he is Puerto Rican, so he'll work here. Um, see, I think Posada works pretty sure. Um, Not thinking of anyone at first base off the top of my head. Second base, Cano, but I think that's gonna be a high getter. Maybe you go Mariano Duncan. I'm not actually sure what his country of origin is. Um, Mondesi was briefly a Yankee. I think he was like the mayor of a town where he's from. I don't remember where exactly that was, but throw him in there. Point one goes sub 20, which is pretty good considering all these. Let's see. I do think I missed a Cleveland. I think I got all these right. Two in the 70s, Mark Davis, Blake Snell, or maybe I did miss one. Let's just look at all of them for good measure. So for Cleveland, it's Matthew Lee, Kluber, Bieber. Oh no, I got them all for Cleveland at least. Um, San Diego. Oh, I forgot about Jake Peavy. But I think that Jake Peavy was probably going to score high. But yeah, 2007 wins the pitching triple crown. Didn't mention him at all. Bob Turley, 1958, was probably the winning move here. If I knew that, I forgot it. Um, if I ever knew it. Um, yeah, this is early when there was just a major. That's what it says ML there, Major League. There was one Cy Young for both leagues. But yeah, I think I hit everyone else. So Bob Turley would have been the optimal answer there. Other than that, I think I optimized on the Cy Young awards. All right, cool. Well, thanks for playing, and I'll once again be at it tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace.